One Piece! Ikuzo!
Big Mom is rebuilding the ancient kingdom. The end of Whole Cake Island.
Hi everyone, Flying Panda. In this video we'll be talking about what we believe will happen at the end of the arc of Whole Cake Island. With the end of the Whole Cake Island arc drawing nearer, we believe it's time to start figuring out what has been the importance of this arc. Every arc has some hidden meaning and big importance to growing storyline. And this arc is no different. In fact, it may hold some of the biggest information to date. This arc was never intended to be where Luffy defeats Big Mom and grows importance, like becoming a Yonko. This arc, we believe, was designed for the purpose of two reasons. One, to gain the information of the Road Poneglyph, which is fairly obvious, and two, the lost knowledge of the ancient kingdom. Yes, there may just be some information that we didn't have to get from the Poneglyph. Totland is meant to be a paradise, a haven for all the races of the world to reside and come together, or so it seems. We know that it's Big Mom's dream to have all the races of the world on her utopia, which doesn't seem like a bad thing. In fact, given how happy the people who live there are, it seems like a paradise. It's strange we know that there is a toll for living in Totland, that the citizens must give up a small piece of their soul once a month, much like a tax. But what's strange is that the people don't see there being anything wrong with this tax. It's one thing to pay with money or work, but given up a piece of your soul, and in truth, their lifespans only shortens their life just that bit more. It just seems a bit steep or price to pay for living in what is believed to be a paradise. But what is the real idea behind Totland? Where did Big Mom get the idea from? We know nothing of Big Mom's past before she was abandoned on Elbaf, which leads us to believe that whatever she learned was from Mother Caramel. Mother Caramel met her end 63 years ago, but prior to that, altogether around 111 years ago. When she makes her first appearance to stop the giant pirate's execution, we can assume she lived around 125 to 130 years ago, which aside from the giants and Brook, makes her one of the oldest known characters to date. With that time and age, she could have knowledge that has been passed on to her. This isn't to say she knew the lost history, the Void Century, but she may have heard a tale or two. The Void Century is the wiped out history of the series of One Piece, but that isn't to say that some knowledge of the people of the ancient kingdom was completely lost. After all, it's almost common knowledge that the defendants are the people of D. What we knew of the ancient people of D is that they were an advanced race with knowledge and technology that most of the world weren't aware of. Now, like the Celestial Dragons tell tales of the wicked people of D to scare their children, what if some of the descendants of D also passed on stories of their ancestors? What would those tales tell? We can speculate about the wonders of how their people lived and even possibly what those people were. For the most part, we've only seen humans who are D's apart from Soul with a giant. This has probably been the most confusing revelation to date concerning the people of D. Humans and giants as family? How does the bloodline work? This leads us to believe that the people of D are not a collective family of bloodborne, but more based on the principle of Nakama, like pirate crews. The ancient kingdom was likely the first real Nakama, with them forming alliances with all the races of the world to try to build a union of a place where all can live as one without war and peace. It is likely for that reason why the people of D were wiped out and how the history was erased. The ZORO kingdom feared and rejected the idea of coexistence between all races, believing they are the superior race, humans. We know that Mother Caramel had a joint alliance with the government, with the arrangement to sell a child for the purpose of becoming a marine or cyber pools. She built the sheep houses for this purpose. The sheep houses were an orphanage for all races. It was likely the inspiration for the human auction house, but it was also the inspiration for Totland. Young Lin Lin believed in Mother Caramel and probably believed she was trying to make a better world with her ideals. Whether she found out the truth about Mother Caramel or not is yet unclear. We speculate that she is somewhat naive to the truth and has twisted her own methods to fit with her own ideals. Big Mom believes she's making a utopia, and by having children from all the races, she's remaking the ancient kingdom, which in her mind will give her the right to gain the One Piece. We believe it will be this revelation that will come to light by the end of the arc and will give us a bit more in-depth understanding of the ancient kingdom and possibly the will of D. Thanks for watching the video. What do you think? Please leave a comment down below. Please click like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda.
Fuku, 行くぞ!